Density. Density is the amount of space an object takes up in terms of the matter it is made up of. In other words, it's an object's volume in terms of its mass. So how can we use those two things to calculate density? Well, we can use the density formula. The density formula is density equals an object's mass over an object's volume. Here, let's try an example. John is challenged by his brother to make an egg float in water. John takes an egg from the fridge and puts it in a cup of water only to discover the egg sinks. Luckily, he knows someone who can help him. His friend Sarah is quite the science whiz. She knows that the egg sinks because the density of the egg is greater than the density of the water. Sarah measures the mass of the egg as 55 grams and the volume of the egg as 53.5 centimeters cubed. She knows that the density of pure water is 1 gram per centimeter cubed, so she prepares a super salty water solution for John, which has the density of 1.04 grams per centimeter cubed, and asks John to test his egg in that water. Will John win the challenge? Well, let's find out. We know that to calculate density, we must divide the mass by the volume. We know the mass of the egg is 55 grams and the volume is 53.5 centimeters cubed, so we can substitute that in. For now, let's forget about the units. We can come back to those at the end. With our fraction all set up, we're almost ready to divide the two quantities. But first, we have to get rid of the decimal in the denominator. To do that, we must multiply the denominator by 10. If we multiply the denominator by 10, we must also multiply the numerator by 10 to keep the fraction equal. Once we do that, we're left with a value of 550 over 535, so we can go ahead and divide that fraction. That leaves us with the number 1.03. We can go ahead and add back in those units from earlier, grams over centimeter cubed, because those are the units for mass divided by the units for volume. We are able to conclude that the density of the egg, 1.03 grams per centimeters cubed, is less than the density of the water, 1.04 grams per centimeters cubed, and so the egg floats and John wins the challenge. Be sure to email us at info@mathemagiciansclub.com with any questions. Thanks for watching!